There is no other game like Monster Hunter on the market today. It is one of those unique games that have its own feeling when you play it. Monster Hunter is such a unique experience that similar games made in the same vein are referred to as a monster hunting game or Monster Hunter-like games. Much like how when the original Doom came out, every other shooter was referred to as a Doom clone before the term first-person shooter was created. I wanted to talk about my experience with the Monster Hunter franchise, as I have been with this franchise for quite a long time, and it's the game series I've played the most in my entire life. Now, I have never put 1,000 hours in any of these games. I normally top out around 300, 400 after the expansion and the endgame come out. But with that out of the way, my name is Big Sloss, and welcome to my journey with the Monster Hunter series. The first game I had experience with is Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate in June of 2013. I discovered this series like any other 12-year-old at the time would, mindlessly scrolling through YouTube and a video catches my eye. It's a video of a few friends fighting a Crimson Kuropeko and a Devil Joe keeps showing up. As a young kid, I didn't think about the complex mechanics that this game would have. I just thought, hey, those monsters look cool and I want to play it. So I buy a copy for my 3DS and I enter my first Monster Hunter game. When I first started to play the game, I treated it more like a hack and slash game with no focus on evasion or dodging, because I didn't really respect the game. I lost to the Great Jaggy when I fought him the first time. I died to the Great Jagras of 3U pretty much. Anyways, I dust myself off and I fight him again, and this time I win. And then after I kill the Great Jaggy, I meet my first wall of the game. The Kuropeko, the trumpet bird, the Kutku of 3U. Whatever you call him, he killed me over and over and over and over again. I was young, I was frustrated, and so I stopped playing the game. And even though I stopped playing the game, I kept thinking about all the cool monsters I could be fighting if I just kept picking up the game. There was something about the game just calling at me to play it. So in the winter of 2013, a few months later, I pick it back up again. I watch a few tutorials and I go to the hub instead of the village quest, and that next monster that I fight was the Bareth, the mud dinosaur. I decided to use a longsword because it looked more fun, and surprisingly, I actually killed him. I defeated the Bareth, and then I went back to the village and curb stomped Kuropeko. After that, I got some nice armor, and I steamrolled through the rest of the village quest. No monster stopped me more than 1 or 2 times, all the way up to Ivory Lagiacrus. Then I went to the hub quest, where Green Plesioth humbled me immediately as I got into G rank. Mind you, I'm doing this all solo. This is all me playing by myself because my 3DS didn't have access to my Wi-Fi. After the Green Plesioth blocked me from going further into G rank, I look at other games in the series and I see that there is a Monster Hunter 4 out in Japan. This is around probably summer of 2014, and the monsters look so different yet so cool, and I wanted to fight them. However, Monster Hunter 4 was not out in the West yet. Since I was only 13 at the time, I had no idea what region locking was or how different games don't play in different regions of the world. So I bought a copy of Monster Hunter 4 that sits in my room untouched to this day. I figured out the game would be unplayable before it arrived at my door, so there was no point in trying to open it. However, there was an older Monster Hunter game that existed, and it had many of the same monsters that intrigued me in Monster Hunter 4. It was available on my PSP, and so I entered the world of Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. My first playthrough in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite was really special. All the new environments and monsters made me so excited to play the game, and excited for the future of the game with Monster Hunter 4U. Of course, I was most excited to go up against the Tigrex and see what he was like, but I had to beat the Kutku, Gypteros, Kezu, and many other monsters first. The roster of Monster Hunter Freedom Unite is so much more restricted than any other Monster Hunter games out today, mainly because they don't have as many skeletons that they have today. But it's still one of my favorite rosters, and I always like when older monsters return. Once I finally got to Tigrex, he killed me over and over and over again. It was like I had to learn the game all over again. Every time I lost, he was weak or almost dead, and I would still get too cocky and lose. I lost to the Tiger Dinosaur 50 plus times, but when I finally won, the amount of dopamine that entered my brain was unreal. It was such an amazing experience to climb that wall, and now Tigrex is one of my favorite flagships. Once I beat the Tigrex, I kept playing up until high rank Kezu kept one-shotting me. I didn't realize it at the time, but I was wearing Tigrex armor because I thought it looked the coolest, but I didn't understand that it was weakest to thunder, and Kezu kept one-shotting me because of it. This same thing happened in 3 Ultimate too. The reason I got blocked by Green Plesioth is because I had Brachydios armor. Brachydios armor is weak to water. It's funny to realize now that even though I had learned much about those games and I made it pretty far, I still wasn't fully respecting the games or using all of the items that they give to us. I didn't use decorations either, which was such a huge roadblock to me looking back. By the time Kezu had stopped me in my tracks in Freedom Unite, something amazing happened. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate was finally released in the West. I was so excited I got to fight amazing new monsters like Nursula, Zamtrios, and one of my favorite flagships, Gormagala. The way the Frenzy virus shook up the gameplay was also really fun, and the way Gormagala becomes a much bigger threat as Shagaru Magala was also a fun take for me to see, and I still listen to Shagaru's theme because it's just an absolute banger. It's safe to say that ever since then, I've been excited playing every new Monster Hunter game that's released. I mostly play solo because I don't have that much access to internet when I was younger, and so I kind of just, Monster Hunter has turned into a solo game in my head, even though it's supposed to be played a part of a group. But I played Generations on my 3DS, GU on my Switch, then World, Iceborne, Rise, and Sunbreak. I love all these games and expansions for different reasons, and sometimes I love some more than the other. I still go back and play many of these games to fight these different monsters in different eras of the franchise, but I am so incredibly excited for Wilds and the betas that are coming out in the next few weeks, and I know many of you are too. I can't wait to see many of you then. One important announcement before I leave this video: I hope you guys enjoy my artwork that's been playing in the background, and if you would like to subscribe, I would really appreciate it. I have to write a script word for word because I'm a very awkward and anxious person, and talking into a microphone doesn't really work that well for me. You've probably noticed it a few times. I still get like hiccups. But let me know if I should make more videos like this, and I might even do a review on Wilds before I start working on my other project for this channel. Now, I would like to make a deal with you guys if you wouldn't mind. If I get 1,000 subscribers, I would love for us together to rank all of the monsters I've drawn for Monster Hunter. And the ones that we deem are like the best drawings, I will start selling them as stickers on my Etsy page. Let me know if you guys would like to buy these drawings and stickers because I think that would be really cool. With that being said though, these may be my drawings, but it's still Capcom's intellectual property, and at the end of the day, if they tell me to stop, I would have to comply. But even if that does happen, I have some new projects in the works that I think you guys would like, and you might even like to see them as stickers as well. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to talk to you guys again soon. See you next time.